2 hours of work. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another thrift flip. This is going to be the second one on this channel, but today I'm going to be transforming this little thing, and I actually made a come thrift with me where I was going to thrift flip this, and that video came out like a month ago, but I'm finally getting around to turning this into what I really wanted it to be. And the plan is to turn it into a tank top that's more like cute. I think this video is just gonna be basically mostly voiceover, so I'm gonna put on some music and get to thrift flipping. So the first thing we're going to do is to flip the shirt inside out so that we can trace the tank top, and you just need something that you like the fit of. And here's me picking a YouTube video to watch. So once you got your shirt inside out, you're just going to lay your tank top flat on it and make sure that there are seam allowance to go all the way around. I didn't do that to start, but eventually I fix it. There we go. And to trace it, I just use this yellow crayon or this yellow chalk. And you can use anything that isn't going to transfer to the front. So don't use like a permanent marker or something. Next, I just decided to cut the front from the back to make it a little bit easier for me to trace the back side of the tank top. And then I also ended up cutting the bottom hem of it. This blue bottom hem is what we're going to be using as our straps for the new tank top. So then I just laid the back piece flat and traced the back piece of our other tank top. And the back piece for this one is basically a big rectangle. And something to keep in mind that I didn't is to make sure that both the length and the width of your front and the back are the same so that it's easier to sew together. So once you have your front and back piece traced out, you just want to cut it, and I just folded the pieces in half so that it's a lot easier to make it symmetrical. Once you have your two pieces cut out, next thing we're going to be doing is the hem for it. And basically to make the hem, you just fold the raw edge to the back so that it's on the inside of the fabric when you're actually wearing the shirt. And you want to make sure that you have the raw edge on the inside. I accidentally folded in the bottom hem outwards so you would be able to see it. So make sure that you're folding it to the right side of the fabric. Or more specifically, folding it to the wrong side of the fabric so you don't see it when you're actually wearing the tank top.
Six and a half hours later.
Yeah, making the hem literally took so long, and because I did it wrong the first time, I had to do it twice. So next we're going to be making sure our thread matches, and I had to take out the black thread on my sewing machine and put some white thread, and of course I had to also make a bobbin, which I was not happy with because making bobbins is just, it's the most for no reason at all, but I had to do it so that you don't see the color of the thread when you're actually wearing the tank top.
and tell me where you went. All the messages.
So once I had my thread and my bobbin already, I just started up the machine and got going on making the hands. It's actually pretty simple. You just do a straight stitch all the way across the top and the bottom of both of your pieces.
In your brain, 'cause I know you're on the run. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, your secrets to my grave, 'cause you are the only one, 'cause you are the only one, the only one, 'cause you are the.
This is when I realized that I had sewed it wrong, so I had to unstitch it and resew it, which took forever, but eventually I figured it out. The next thing you're going to do is sew them together. So the first mistake I made was that I didn't sew the two wrong sides together. I sewed like one right side and one wrong side, so I ended up having to undo it and restitch the whole thing. And then I ended up losing the footage of actually stitching the two sides, but basically you want to end up with a tube top. This is the result of sewing the two sides together, and after we have that done, we're just going to be working on the straps, which is probably the easiest part. So the first step for the straps is to just measure it to make sure that you like the length of it, and I just put it on my shoulder. Really, really simple.
I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna.
And then you're going to be taking these measurements and tracing them onto your other strap so that it's obviously the same for your two straps. It's kind of important in this scenario. And also make sure to try on the tank top on my body and making sure that the placement of the strap is exactly where I want it to be, because you don't want it to be like in your armpits.
Here we go again. Time is up and I'm calling up my friends. Ain't no wonder why.
Originally I tried to do like a fancy, like a box hem. I don't know if that's what it's called, but I see a lot of tank tops with that and I thought it'd be cute, but it looked really weird, so I ended up just ignore everything I'm sewing right now and pretend that I'm not doing it. Basically what you want to do to sew down the straps is to just do a straight stitch as close as you can to the original hem so that no one will notice that there's two hems on the front of your tank top. But yeah, ignore everything I'm sewing right now. It's completely wrong.
I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help.
So you can pay attention to what I'm sewing now, because this is me after a lot of trial and error and figuring out that the easiest and the cutest way to do these straps is just going to be a regular straight hem as close to the original hem as possible.
You don't wanna change. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to.
And once you've done that, that's basically the whole tank top and you're good to go. You can't see my thumbs up right now, but I'm doing 2 thumbs up because this actually was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed creating this tank top. It wasn't super hard, but it was just a lot of messing up and having to redo stitching. So I feel like as long as you pay attention and try to sew on the right side of your shirt, this is gonna end up looking great. Okay, so this is what we have. This is kind of what I ended up with. I don't even know if you can see my face right now, but I like it. I really like that I kept like detailing like right here. I think that's super cute. And the bottom, this used to be here. I moved it up here. I thought that was a nice touch to it. And this is what the back looks like. And right now I'm wearing just like a plain white tank top underneath because it's very see-through, so that's the only problem with this shirt. Other than that, I think it looks great. And I also wish I could iron these so that they could lay flat, but also really simple fix. But this is kind of the result of like 2 hours of work. This literally took forever, and the reason that it took forever was that I would sew, because the back and the front look so similar, I would sew the wrong ends together, have to unsew it, and then sew it again, and that happened like 3 times. So if that hadn't happened, this would have taken like an hour, but